Hey there everyone, and welcome back to Discover Fairbanks. Today we're going to be diving into some brutally honest reviews about Fairbanks, Alaska. Are you thinking about moving here or just curious about what other people have to say? Well, you're in for a treat. So let's jump right into it, starting with some of the spicier opinions. Alright, so let's get started with the, not so great experiences people have had here. People are rude and condescending. Weather is terrible, jobs are scarce, cost of living is high. Air pollution, highest in the nation. Do not recommend. Well, they didn't hold back, did they? So let's break this down. Is the weather a challenge? Absolutely. It's Alaska. But that's part of the charm, right? And yes, Fairbanks does have a unique vibe. Let's call it gritty, especially in the late winter. But I promise it's not all doom and gloom. Lived here for 4 years, worst experience of my life. Everything is awful from the weather to the people. Healthcare is a joke, and if you're not a straight white Republican, stay far, far away. This one's kind of a tough pill to swallow. It sounds like this person had a real hard time fitting in. Look, Fairbanks definitely has its quirks, but there are some pretty diverse communities here too. It's important to find your tribe, and when you do, you might just fall in love with this place. Alright, moving on to folks with mixed feelings, those 2- and 3-star reviews. These are the ones that say, I like it, but it's too cold and too conservative. Lack of diversity in education and people. There are a few opportunities for jobs, but social environment is non-existent. No opportunity for financial growth, nor any support for small businesses. Fairbanks does lean a little bit conservative, and the winters are no joke, but think of all the epic survival stories you're going to have. But the job market and small businesses have been seeing a lot of growth, especially with the influx of new residents. It's not perfect, but there's a lot of potential here if you know where to look. I've been here for 2 years. People here in Fairbanks are nice and straightforward. The nights are pretty some days, and neighbors are very helpful. The food here tastes terrible. There's 4 restaurants that actually taste good and keep the quality of the food. The food is very expensive, so just throw half of it away or give it to your dogs. Healthcare sucks, even in the military. Grocery shopping is a waste of money because the food goes bad within a week. You do have more cold days and nights than hot days and sunlight. You can't enjoy the summer due to a million mosquitoes biting you, and you can barely go to your car. Okay, there's a lot to unpack here. First off, I love that they gave a shout out to their helpful neighbors. That's the Alaskan kindness I talk about all the time. Yeah, food is definitely expensive, and I get it, grocery shopping here is sometimes a gamble. As for the mosquitoes, I'm not gonna lie, they're basically the size of small birds, so stock up on that bug spray. It's all part of the Alaskan experience, right? Fairbanks is a great place to experience that small town feel, but it's lacking a variety of stores and retail, and prices can be high due to location. Yep, Fairbanks definitely has that small town feel, and you're right, you're not gonna find a Trader Joe's on every corner. That's kind of part of the adventure. You learn to get creative with what's available, and I gotta say, there's something kind of special about that. Things I like about Fairbanks. I like the weather. I like the size of the town. I like the tourist opportunities and access to outdoor hobbies. Things to make it better. I don't like the food. The restaurants could be better. I wish the stores could get fresh produce. Everything's fairly expensive. I wish something could be done to better the homeless situation with alcohol and drug abuse. And I think the public education system could be a little bit better too. This review really hits both sides. On one hand, loving the weather and all the outdoor fun, and on the other, struggling with food and some other societal challenges. Fairbanks is a place where you have to balance that charm of outdoor freedom with some of the city's growing pains. And yeah, fresh produce can be hit or miss. But on the upside, we do have a fantastic local farmers market in the summer. Right now we're going to bring things up with some of the more glowing reviews. Fairbanks definitely has some cold weather challenges, but there's a lot to love too. Fairbanks is a very integrated community with lots of family-friendly events, especially in the summer. I love that in my neighborhood I can walk to places nearby like coffee shops, Alaska Land, a gas station, the grocery store, even the library. See, this is what I'm talking about. Fairbanks has a small town charm with plenty of local events. And if you're into the outdoors, you're in luck. Plus, there's no gridlock traffic. Warm, sunny summers make up for those sunny but cold winters. Despite city living Alaska style, Fairbanks feels rural, and it's a great getaway to very remote places. The community as a whole is very welcoming, friendly, and generous. Extracurricular activities for kids and adults abound since the university is so central to town. There are a lot of opportunities to further one's education and enjoy world-renowned arts, including the symphony, theater, and festivals. See, this is what I've been talking about. This is what makes Fairbanks feel so special. The summers are glorious, and for those that love the arts, the University of Alaska Fairbanks really brings a lot of cultural righteousness to the area. Plus, there's no shortage of things to do for both kids and adults, especially if you love being in the outdoors or want to further your education. Fairbanks has been a joy to grow up in. It's a place situated snugly between forests and mountain ranges, and its physical beauty is nearly as magnificent as the beauty to be found with a supportive, family-like community. This is beautifully said. Fairbanks truly is a unique place where nature meets community. It's not for everyone, but there are those that appreciate it too. It's an absolute gem. I've lived in Fairbanks, Anchorage, born there, and Juneau. And you know, my preference is Fairbanks. There's an incredible outdoor-oriented freedom here, and the people are great. The attractions here aren't as obvious as the other spots, but life here is fantastic. It's quiet, you can afford to live on large acreage, and the weather is more suitable and easy to deal with. Outdoor activities are literally at your doorstep. Downhill or cross-country skiing, fat tire biking, winter biking, sledding, kayaking, hiking, etc. Gardening is great and the lake is beautiful. I don't recommend Fairbanks to out-of-state visitors. They won't get it, but those living here, it's wonderful. See, I love this one. Fairbanks really does offer that outdoorsy freedom, and if you're the type who loves to stay active year-round, this place is perfect. I also hear you on the large acreage. Imagine having that much land just right outside your back door. And you're right, shuffling wet snow really isn't that fun, but Fairbanks has a lighter, powdery snow that makes it more manageable, and if you get Fairbanks, it's hard to beat. So there you have it, Fairbanks in all its unfiltered glory. Some of it good, some of it bad. Love it or hate it, it's definitely a place with strong opinions. If you're thinking about moving here or already live here, what's your take? Drop a comment below so we can chat about it. And hey, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more content like this. If you're considering a move or selling your home, check out the link in the description for our Fairbanks relocation guide and home seller's guide. We're here to help you navigate the journey every step of the way. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.